everybody, and welcome back to WUNU, your weekly Universal news and updates, where I go over everything that's happened at Universal Studios Orlando Resort on a weekly basis. A lot has happened this week, so without any further ado, let's just get into what's new. Starting us in Universal Studios Florida, in Production Central, which is the entrance to this park, some of the Classic Monsters Cafe, which has been previously closed, signage would be started to be removed. It would later be reported that the sounds of crushing metal were heard from the other sides of the walls. The Minions graphics, placed on the construction walls around this closed restaurant, also would have new wood details added to them to allow the Minions more interaction. One also moved the Minions locations to incorporate those details. Some parts of the wall also have these details without the images, meaning Minion graphics are likely to be added soon. The studio store now sells new Loungefly Hello Kitty backpacks. It also sells new Spider-Man Loungefly backpacks, wallets, and handbags that are also sold in the Islands of Adventure Trading Company. In the Connected Studio Suites, you can now buy new Tutti Frutti and Sherbert fudges. Music Plaza Stage also has had lighting rigs set up in preparation for the 4th of July. And later in the week, 4th of July banners would be added to them along with stringed lights between them. One of the sound stages here has a new Nope billboard in it to promote the new horror movie. Over in Hollywood, which is right next to Production Central, after permanently closing Sunday, the Williams of Hollywood prop shop would remove posters at its entrance and draw blue curtains in the windows on Monday. Found at the Rise of Gru meet and greet, the Minions now have a revamped look. They are now much larger, softer colored, and detailed from before. The old Minion costumes can still be found at the dance party at the end of the Minions ride. The Film Vault also has restocked its Jaws Loungefly backpacks. In New York, a story has been pieced together through newspaper clippings found in the last room of the Tribute store. The story seems to link to Halloween Horror Nights in multiple ways. Here is the story I was able to gather. In the early 1900s, a town decided to build a theater. They would name it the Tribute Theater. This theater showed plays, including Dracula, which was played by the Tribute Players and had theatrical seasons from 1927 to 1928. Some years later, the theater would close due to an accident of tragedy and despair. The once open theater would then lay abandoned for nearly 50 years, until a new mayor of the town would plan to reopen it, but as a movie theater instead of a playhouse. The clippings also have multiple things that show that it is most likely for Halloween Horror Nights. Having Dracula as a play could hint this being theming for the previously confirmed Classic Monsters house. The second clipping also is volume XXXI, or 31. The coming Halloween Horror Nights is Halloween Horror Nights 31. The actual store part of this store now sells new Jaws sign that say, "No swimming, hazardous area, beach closed. By order Amity PD. It shows the iconic Jaws poster underneath. A small fenced-off stage has also been set up in the preparation of 4th of July. In London, the Hogwarts Express would experience extended delays on Saturday. In Kids Zone, the former Barney gift shop now has construction walls wrapping it. It is rumored that this could be a relocation of the Donkey, Shrek, and Fiona meet and greet that has also been walled off of the Classic Monsters Cafe. This would further be proven when the area would have planters placed in front of the walls, but more importantly, the accents of the structures were painted brown. This is extremely similar to the old meet and greet. The paint would later be finished, and with that paint, you can see how similar the two areas look. As for Islands of Adventure, in Toon Lagoon, Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls would go down for the day on Monday, and it would reopen the next day. In the Lost Continent, the Treasures of Poseidon shop now sells new Dragon Duel and Sunken Garden Magic Company candles. The Sunken Garden candles, which is themed to the Poseidon's Fury attractions, is said to contain top notes of marine and fresh cool breeze, middle notes of water lily, leafy rose, muguet, and cucumber, atop a base of wet moss, driftwood, sweet musk, and patchouli. And the Dragon Duel candle, which is themed to the defunct Dueling Dragons roller coaster, is stated to have top notes of rosemary, eucalyptus, and hibiscus, middle notes of smoked sage and patchouli lead, atop base notes of cedarwood, clove, cinnamon, and amberwood. In Hogsmeade, found here but also in Diagon Alley, there is a new 2022 chocolate frog card. The card is Bridget Wenlock, who, according to the Harry Potter wiki, was a Hufflepuff Hogwarts graduate who was a famous 13th century English witch and arthemancer, and the first person to establish the magical properties of the number 7. She was mainly known for being extremely protective of her theorems, therefore writing many of her ideas down in invisible ink. The frog boxes with a golden sticker are the ones the card can be found in. As for City Walk, the griffins in front of the Legacy store would be removed on Tuesday, most likely for refurbishment. The entry gates at studios also have new 4th of July banners. And Voodoo Donuts would have a weekend limited 4th of July donut. It was a cake donut with vanilla frosting and red, white, and blue sprinkles. It is no longer available. As for Universal's hotels and resorts, in the Luaus Royal Pacific Hotel, the resort now offers a new Wantillion Luau, an entertainment and culinary-based event. This is a luau that takes place in an outdoor pavilion with Polynesian culture, including hula and fire knife dancers. The event also has a Polynesian-inspired buffet, kids buffet, dessert extravaganza, mai tais, beer, and wine for guests of age. The event takes place at 6 p.m. on Saturdays and costs start at $89 for adults and $39 for kids, depending on the seating you want. As for some general Universal news, it will be brought up that the app and website had conflicting information on early park admission. The website stated it was throughout July, but the app said it was not. Universal would address this, saying that there was early park admission in that time and the mistake on the app would be fixed. Universal would also launch a Universal Creative Instagram account. The account currently only has a vague introduction video and a description that says, "Creating a universe of fun through unparalleled innovation and inspired collaboration." So that's everything that happened at Universal Studios Orlando this week. Sorry if this is a messy video, or if I have some updates that were from weeks prior. This is my first week back after about a month break, so I'm kind of warming back up. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. And with all that said and done, this is Wunu, signing off.